Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They begin here with a run by West. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second down. Frank. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Luke Kuechly. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Here we go.
Here's West. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Off the play fake. Frank. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And tough starting field position here. They begin the drive with Coleman. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Watch it now, Marty. Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Dancing to his left. Got a man, that's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The numbers for Coleman last week: 17 carries, 68 yards.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
But that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, here we go.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we
And
go.
the play clock's running down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way. I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Now, check. Patriot. Patriot.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A first update now out of Jacksonville as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
This is West. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now West takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll run again here with West. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Frank. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt. Maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling? Right.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Looking to throw. Frank is going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Oh, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyus Bowser coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Tyus Bowser in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Frank. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off play action. Frank. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw. Frank. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A good pickup there at 22.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
To throw on second down. Frank, he hits West underneath. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. A final shot before break. Frank got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Wallace in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. This is taken at the 3. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
Watch it now, Marty! Marty! All right, here we go. Over! Here we go, over! Leopard!
Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Throwing left side, it's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Watch it now, Marty!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Wade. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a one-score game. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Looking to throw on second down. Frank. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll set up a throw. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check, Patriot! Detroit! Detroit! No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Leopard! Leopard!
Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hayes. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have...
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. To throw on second down, Frank. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Throwing on third and long. Frank. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So a change of possession here on the punt. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is. For the moment, the 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down.
I hear the excitement in your voice about this.
Or nervousness, both ways.
Either way, but you know, I've never met a player who didn't go into a game with a little bit of nervousness.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Play clock winding down. Powerful running. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Taken down, sacked back at the 2. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Look at the dance and the juke. Look at those stick skills. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing on first down. Frank toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. The Raven passing game. In sync, another first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Gilmore. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Frank, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running...
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. Set. All right, now, look at 56. Here we go. Blue 90. All right, now, look at 56.
Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Whoosh. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. He's back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And a grab here by Gilmore. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Rivers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great. With the offense, they can't be despondent.
Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And emerging victorious in that one, the Rams. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.